Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Apologize for the late start. We were having some technical difficulties here that we're trying to work through. I think we may have gotten things resolved, so we'll find out here shortly. My name is Tony Butler. I'm one of the life sales directors here, and I also have Kip Walker on the line, who is with Mutual Trust. And today's webinar, we're going to be discussing um, retirement utilizing whole life insurance. But before we get started, Kip, can you see my screen right now?
It looks like it's just starting to open right now, Tony.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see now. It just popped up. Okay, we're good.
All right. Awesome. So again, apologize everyone for the late start. So I'm just going to jump into things here real quick. I want to discuss real briefly some of the things that we at Insurance Agency Marketing Services provide to our advisors. One of the things that we like to do is to ensure not only provide you with some of the top carriers in the business, so you can earn money and be that trusted advisor for your clients, but there's also ways to earn additional money here with IMES. One of those is in the way of our new producers builders. As you see here, we have 5 different levels, and depending upon which level you want to achieve, there are additional perks, if you will, in regards to that. If you have any questions as far as our new producers builders, definitely feel free to reach out to me or anyone in the life department. We can discuss that in greater detail. We also have our IMES Business Builders, which is a referral program that we have for our advisors. So if you do know of an agent or an advisor that's looking to work with another IMO, if you refer them over to us and they get contracted with any of the carriers that we work with, we do provide you with a one-time $50 bonus. In addition to that, any subsequent business that they submit, there is additional money for you as well. We also offer back office support. I know a lot of FMOs or IMOs talk about their back office support, but I think that we are definitely head and shoulders above the competition when it comes to that. We want you to work smarter, not harder. So we provide you with all sorts of tools, whether you're building your business from a case design perspective to paperless contracting. We also offer top sales expertise and coaching to our advisors. We have a 24/7 website that has a plethora of information for you, tutorials, if you will. Whether it's sales tools, if you're a life insurance agent and you're looking to do term or universal life quotes, we do have a quote comparison tool available for you. You can access applications online as well as submitting electronic applications. And from a life insurance perspective, we have a couple of platforms that we utilize. One is iGo eApp Solutions, which you can access through the IMES website. We also have Firelight. There are a couple of carriers that utilize Firelight on the life insurance side, as you see here, but we also have the ability to have you submit applications if you are an annuity producer through Firelight as well. And as you see, the list of carriers that are listed here on the screen. If you have not registered either for the website, registered on our website, or registered for Firelight, feel free to reach out to us. We can walk you through that process. A couple of more things here before we get started. If you're looking to build your business, and whether it's turnkey, agency, or digital solutions that you're looking for, what we can do is what's called a marketing analysis, to where you can sit down with one of the marketers and we can have about a 30-minute conversation as far as what you're doing currently in your business, what you're looking to do, and whether it's something that you want to get started, whether it's in the digital marketing space, whether it be website, digital marketing strategies, or you're looking for different logo designs, things like that. We can definitely help you with that. I would strongly suggest that you reach out to one of the sales directors, get a marketing analysis scheduled so we can get started on that. Our goal here is to ensure that we are building your business based on what you want to get outlined for your future practice. And then we also have the IAMS Wealth Management team available. So if you have your higher net worth clients, you're looking to increase revenue or improve client retention or strengthen a relationship with those clients, definitely the IAMS Wealth Management team is something I think that you should definitely explore. You can speak to Charles Jr., anyone on a wealth management team, and they can provide some assistance there for you as well. Our Life and Annuity Academy. This is one of the things that I think that offers you the ability to grow your business exponentially. We generally do these once. I think we've done a few of them this quarter, but we generally do one a quarter. It's a 2-day training, which includes us partnering with some of our top carriers to talk about different sales ideas and strategies to help you grow your business. This is something that's on IAMS dime, so we pay for your travel, your hotel lodging, and all that. We actually have one in the IAMS office this week, but we're looking to do one, I believe, in September or October. If you are interested in the Life and Annuity Academy, I do have a polling question I'm going to put up here for you to respond to. If you've never attended the Academy, and this is something that does pique your interest, you definitely want to express some interest in that. So I've got that polling question up there. I'll leave it up for a little bit to have you respond to that. Now, Kip, are you hearing me okay? All right. So I'm going to go ahead and close that out. Lastly, a couple of things, and then we'll get started. We do have our Seaside Sanctuary. This is one of our trips that is available for our top producers. As you see here, the qualifying period is from July of last year all the way to December of this year. So it's an 18-month qualification period. The sanctuary trip updates are April 14th of 2024 through April 18th. For additional information, please feel free to reach out to the sales team for more information on that. We do have a few agents that have already qualified for the trip, so you definitely don't want to miss out on that. All right, so with that, Kip, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. All right, I'm switching, making you the presenter. Do you see that?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right.
Already.
Thanks everybody for joining us. Appreciate it. Appreciate Tony hosting today. As always, it's a pleasure to work with IAMS and Tony. And have a quick sales concept for you today. We're going to talk about whole life insurance and how you can use it to supplement your retirement and ensure that you not only have a better retirement, but leave a better legacy for your children and grandchildren on the same dollars that you're spending right now. So that's the concept that we're going to look at, and then we have a selling system that can kind of help you implement this kind of selling strategy. And here's our agenda. We're going to take a look at market volatility, Social Security, and then how we can use whole life insurance to maximize our retirement. So when you close to retirement, you run into a situation of sequence of return risk. The time when maybe the more risky assets in your portfolio will be fluctuating up and down. And we had many who were entering retirement close to 2008, and their 401k became a 201k, and then people had to work longer. This has happened a few times. You can see the history of the market, and we're always going to have some risky assets in our portfolio, even in retirement, because you just have to keep up with inflation, especially these days. So if you do the old 100 minus your age, if you're 50 years old and you're coming from retirement at 55, you're going to have about 45% of your assets in some risky, some kind of risky assets. So how do we deal with that? So if you retired in 2018, the equities portion of your portfolio went substantially lower, as I mentioned. And so you had people who were going into retirement taking distributions from a depressed asset. So that means that asset now, that part of the portfolio has to work even harder to get back to where it was. The thing with whole life insurance, and we like all the products as far as whole life insurance and IUL and term. All of these products are important and they all have their place. But when it comes to knowing what you're going to have and being able to rely on that, there is no other product that can weather fluctuations in the markets, things like that, like whole life. Whole life just keeps growing because we use something called actuarial science to spread risk across generations in a way that no other product does. And so that's why whole life can keep growing every year, no matter what the market's doing. So when you're able to rely on those guarantees, you can weather situations like the crash in 1929, the dot-com bubble in 2000. Everybody was chasing the hot dot. You remember that? And then all these dot-com companies with no income were flying high, and then all of a sudden we had that big crash, the financial crisis in 08, and then a COVID in 2020. So you have that kind of reliability where you know where your growth is going to be at any given year, and no matter what the market is doing. Now you also have limits on what Social Security can do. Americans are going to spend about 20 years in retirement, at least. They say now that the first person to live to 150 has already been born. Well, we'll see what happens there. But even right now, Social Security only pays out about 40% of the median income. And it's predicted that by 2035, it'll only be able to pay out about 80% of the benefits it's supposed to pay. So there's going to be some changes there. And so again, you have guarantees in the form of whole life that can supplement those shortfalls. And it makes sure that you also have living benefits. Living benefits have become very popular, and we have, we're no different. We have a chronic illness rider, critical illness, and of course the terminal illness rider. Those are all issued on our policies, all of our whole life policies rated table 4 or better. Now it's better than the industry standard of standard. So what that means is if for the chronic illness benefit, if you're unable to do 2 of the activities of daily living or suffer severe cognitive impairment, you're able to accelerate the death benefit, income tax free, anywhere from 5% to 24% on up to $1 million. So that means if you had $1 million policy and you wanted to accelerate the maximum, you could get $240,000 income tax free. Now, the trade-off is you don't pay for these living benefits until you use them. And the way you pay for them is that we do an actuarial adjustment down on your death benefit. So you're not going to get all of that $240,000 if you are maxing out the acceleration. You'll get probably most or all of it the first year if you max it out. Second year, you're going to get something less, and the third year, you're going to get a lot less. So the trade-off is, no extra don't know exactly what you're going to get. So it's not a replacement for long-term care, but it is a really good additional benefit for no additional premium. And there are clients who will not qualify for long-term care, but who will qualify for our chronic illness benefit because it's underwritten for mortality and not morbidity. So we had a gentleman who had Parkinson's disease, and he was not able to qualify for long-term care, but he did qualify for our chronic illness benefit. So on top of that, we also just added the critical illness benefit. That adds 5 triggers, additional triggers for major organ transplant, cancer, stroke, renal failure, and heart attack. So major heart attack. So those 5 triggers are also able to accelerate the death benefit. That will result in a lump sum of $25,000 accelerated, income tax free. So we like to say that whole life is not just about death. There's a lot of living benefits in life insurance in general and whole life in particular, especially when we're talking about something like this today, where we're supplementing your retirement assets. So the thing with whole life is that it gives you the permission then to make everything else you're doing work better. You have a continuous growth in the cash value that you can rely on. And then you have a death benefit that will be paid. So you have term insurance, and then that's a need, right? You need term insurance to cover your working years, and only about 2% of term policies ever pay out. But with whole life, it'll pay out because that's how it's designed. It's designed to work better and better for everybody, the carrier, the client, and the advisor every year. So you can rely on it, and that gives you permission then to spend down your other riskier assets to the greatest degree possible and not have to worry about whether you're going to have something left over to leave to your children or grandchildren. Now, on top of the guaranteed cash value growth, there are dividends. Mutual Trust pays a dividend. We've paid a dividend every year since 1909. Really good track record there, and we're doing some good things about dividend payout this coming year. So, with things changing in the market, dividends are getting stronger and stronger, and so stay tuned for that. But just looking at the guaranteed cash value growth, we use a product called Horizon Guarantee for this concept, and you can see you start to have guaranteed cash value higher than the death benefit or higher than the premiums paid by about year 15. And this is not a get rich quick. This is a guaranteed backstop for everything you're doing. So what you do is when you are looking at the cash value growth, what you can plan on doing in retirement is take strategic distributions to make up for those volatile times in the market or shortfalls from Social Security. You don't take it, and this is how many people look at IUL. That's something you could look at taking like a distribution every year, but this is with whole life, it's better to do it strategically. Just one or two distributions from your whole life insurance policy can substantially increase your standard of living in retirement and also leave a better legacy just by doing that. And so there is a group that we work with that is called Wealth Building Cornerstones, and they run Monte Carlo simulations. They show clients how this is possible, how just taking those strategic distributions from a whole life plan can substantially help their retirement situation. And so that's a group that I'm going to have Tony send out some information for you on. We supplement Wealth Building Cornerstones. So if you purchase their system, and hopefully you can see this Wealth Building Cornerstones information here, the cost is $1,000 a year or $99 a month. If you sell 3 cases for $10,000, it's about $20,000 of premium, base premium. We'll reimburse you a quarter of that cost on that system. So it's a great system. It's a powerful, simple, repeatable system that they have. And I encourage you to take a look at that and reach out to Tony for more details on that. Tony, I'll turn it back over to you for any questions.
All right, can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. So before we get to the questions, I have a question for you. That website, the wbcornerstones.com, that does provide the advisors with additional information as well, right?
Correct, yes.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna change it back to me being the presenter. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So yeah, so today's webinar, we wanted something fairly quick and simple to talk about other avenues in terms of retirement for your clients. We have more and more conversations about retirement with advisors. I know advisors are hearing from their clients in terms of the way the market is currently, the volatility there, and they're looking for other means of retirement or at least diversifying their portfolio. So a couple of things that wanted to put out there for everyone before we answer any questions. If anyone has any questions, if you'd like more information on the topic that we discussed today, I do have a polling question for that. If you could just go ahead and respond to that, then we'll make sure. All right. Looks like we got quite a few. I'll leave this up for just a little bit longer. All right. And if you're currently not appointed with Mutual Trust, and we need to get you appointed, here's a polling question for that. And if you'd like to get additional information on Mutual Trust as far as products that they offer, information on them as a carrier, we can provide that for you as well. Looks like still have a few people responding. So. All right. I'll close that down. So doesn't look like we have any questions. However, if there are any additional questions that you have, feel free to reach out to myself or any one of the other life sales directors, whether that be Trina Murray or Beth Rickliffs. As you see here, there are their emails, or you can give us a call at the 800 number and ask to speak to life sales. We'd be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. And then lastly, for this material and other material that we have available, please follow and like us on Facebook and LinkedIn. One thing I would like to mention, circling back to our website, we do have a YouTube channel that you can access through our website, and it does have the webinars that we do saved on that channel. So this one will be available as well once we get it downloaded. So with that, Kip, any final words?
Just thank you all for joining, and really appreciate it, and good luck and happy selling. Have a great week.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Everybody have a great week. Bye-bye.